Week 8, 12 pairs of boots in 12 weeks. What did I wear this week? Only 3 pairs of boots and 1 cheat, although I guess that's next week. Keep watching. G'day, welcome back to Bootlosophy. If we haven't met yet, my name is Tech. I acknowledge the traditional custodians of the lands that I'm filming on. This is Wadjet country in Perth in Western Australia. So, 12 boots in 12 weeks. What is that? It's a concept that I'm challenging myself to limit my wear of boots within these 12 weeks to only 12 pairs. And having something like 146, it's a bit of an issue. But if you want to know more about this, you can go and check out this video, or and I'll put a link below too. Or you can go to my channel, go to the playlist area and find the playlist 12 Boots in 12 Weeks, where you'll find the introductory video and the last 7 weeks. So this is week 8. What have I worn this week? Well, the first pair that I've been wearing pretty much every day, but not for any great lengths of time except for one day, are these pair of Blundstone 1306s in their distressed brown leather. What I found with these as I wear them, even as short a time as I do, I basically have them beside my sofa so that when I go outside, I pull them on very quickly, take the rubbish out, go and get a bottle of milk, that sort of stuff. But I did wear them for one day on the Wednesday when my feet were feeling a little bit tired, I must admit. So I wore these on the Wednesday to go to work for the whole day. And what I found really interesting about this is it's such a light boot. I mean, I can do little finger curls. It's such a light boot. It's not stitched. It's a TPU-PU sole that's been heat sealed into it. So technically not resolable, although I've seen cobblers resole these by BlkBrd stitching them onto a leather midsole and rubber sole. Where was I? Oh yeah. What surprised me is that being such a light boot, being so flexible that they needed break-in. As I got into boots early on in 2020, I was watching a lot of boot reviews, as you do, and I saw a lot of American and Canadian boot reviewers, particularly those I think who were not used to heritage boots, saying how much they had to break these in because it wasn't comfortable. And I just couldn't believe that. It blew my mind. Because I thought they were so light, they're so flexible, they don't need break-in. And in truth, they don't really, except that what you might consider break-in in these is this. The leather is a bit stiffer. I'm not quite sure how they tan these, but I do find, including the lining, that they're a bit less conducive to stretching to your feet. So you do have to wear them for a bit before they stretch across. Also, because of the firmness of that leather, I find the collar consistently digging into my Achilles tendon here because it's so stiff. I mean, it is beginning to soften now, but I'm still feeling a little bit of a push in every time I put these on. However, they are breaking in. That is beginning to curve a little bit more than when I first got it, when it was quite straight up. You can see some creases developing into the vamp. And also, I think they're actually starting to roll and look a bit worn in. In terms of the, also, I think it's even beginning a little toe spring. It was fairly flat when I first got them. So the use has sort of curled the toes up. I was going to say in terms of patina, not much change has happened, although because I do wear these outdoors and I do sort of go for walks in them and that sort of thing, wherever I've brushed up against the side of a curb or a rock or some tree roots or something, they are beginning to scratch up a little bit. I suspect that once you put on a bit of conditioner, they'll all go away. There's no change in the color variation in terms of patina. And I think that's because the leather is distressed anyway. All right. So the other pair of boots I wore, you all love these. This is the NYX Overlander. I've been criticized in comments in this series that I shouldn't wear these boots, I should stick to dress boots. You know, I'm a boot reviewer. I'm not a builder reviewing one pair of boots with one video. So I have to spread my reviews out across different types of boots so I can tell you about how they feel on foot, not how I'm wearing them building the Empire State Building. I want to tell you what the maker is like, what the brand is known for. I want to tell you how it's made. So obviously I have to wear different types of boots. So I think it's a bit silly to put in a criticism of a boot reviewer that, hey, you should only wear the boots that you wear when you go to work. Duh. But anyway, what I found with these is they're still getting more and more comfortable. The toe box is starting to soften a little bit. It is a structured toe. It's not collapsing by any means, but look at that. It's definitely softer, isn't it? It has a leather toe puff in it. The heel counterover is solid. That's not moving, and that's really great for locking the heel in and keeping it keeping your heel locked in so that you're really comfortable. And that really, to be honest, is one of the fit factors in the Nix boot, is that because your foot is stable, if you're sized right, you're not slipping backwards and forwards, you're not getting any heel lift, and it's like it's built around you, and that creates a comfort. A little bit of extra patina wearing, and also, as you can see, the stitching is really getting messed up now. I am told, don't forget there are screws, I am told that the stitching doesn't really matter because you've got glues and nails and screws and all sorts of things keeping everything together. And I believe it. You've got solid 21st century glues. I absolutely believe it. And that is why when Nix stitches that stitch down stitch, they're not particularly careful about going up and down the lugs and channeling it and all that sort of thing. But it does look ugly, doesn't it? Now, I have worn this boot every day, again, for only about half an hour a day on a morning walk, just to get them bedded in. But I got the opportunity of going orienteering with my mates. 4 of my mates went out. And if you don't know orienteering, I used to do it in the UK when I was doing the Duke of Edinburgh's award. The Brits amongst you will know what that is. But part of the course was orienteering. And a few of my mates love the orienteering, so they invited me on to do it. And what it is we go out into one of our state forests, and we don't follow any tracks. It's overgrown. We each have 4 waypoints. And what those are marks on a map with grid references. You're not allowed a GPS. You're not allowed your phone. All you've got is an old-fashioned compass and a survey map. And each of us have 4 different waypoints. Although that's not strictly true. I think some of them coincide. So in theory, you could meet at one waypoint. So what we have to do is orienteer ourselves and navigate ourselves to each of our 4 waypoints and end up at the 5th, which is the home waypoint where everybody ends up. And at each waypoint, somebody's gone out before and put tags up. So what you do is you grab a tag so that when you get to your home waypoint, you can show that you've picked up 4 tags. A lot of fun. It wasn't crashing through tracks or trails. It was really crashing through undergrowth. And because winter is just about ending, spring is coming, the undergrowth was really growing up. And I think within a few months, they're probably going to have to do a cold burn to get rid of some of the fuel before any forest fires start. So this acquitted itself perfectly. It was so supportive. It crushed the undergrowth. It helped me a couple of times when I stepped through, you shouldn't do this, I stepped through rotten logs and crashed through the shell. You should never step on logs because in Australia, there are often snakes in them. But I didn't even realize there was a log because it was covered with ivy and growth, and I stood in it and crashed through. I jumped straight out. So I love this. It was really great for orienteering. And I can understand P&W loggers and firefighters wearing this to death. Absolutely brilliant. The weather's fantastic. So I've been wearing this for the rest of the week. This is the BlkBrd Rudiger in Horween shell cordovan. It's really sunny now. It's been sunny all week, but I understand there's a storm coming. So I'm guessing that's going to be the last blow before summer comes. And, we're going to have a big blow before it comes. So this is in shell. Did I just say that? A big blow before it comes? Might edit that one out. So this is in shell cordovan. And I brushed this boot all night last night. And I did not brush this boot because I wanted to show you the difference. Because one of the things I found about shell cordovan, and I knew about this, like philosophically, I just haven't seen it. What happens when you wear it? Because it's so new and it's flexing and you're wearing it, taking it through your normal life, that the waxes in the shell cordovan rise to the surface, and it creates a haze. And I think you can see from this boot, as compared to the one I've brushed, how much more lustrous and shiny that one is. And all that is brushing. And what this is a fair amount of city dirt, I guess. And I can do that, and it's actually quite waxy. That absolutely astounds me, blows my mind. But lovely boot, certainly fantastic for wearing around in the city. I think you can wear it with either formal or casual clothing. It's a dark boot, so it can go quite formal. But because of the lovely burgundy color, it can also go quite casual. So all you have to do is make sure that you're pairing it with your outfits that are earth tones or neutral colors. And you can mix and match. For example, you can wear it as business casual. And in one case, I went to work with a blazer, a wool pant. On another day, I was wearing them as smart casual with a pair of smart chinos and a sports coat. And they went perfectly well with that. They also, I think, actually go quite well with an all-black outfit, because the burgundy just provides a little bit of a color pop when you're actually wearing a casual all-black outfit. And finally, they obviously work with denim. They work with dark jeans in particular, not so much a light fade. And I like them in that kind of high-low outfit where I'm wearing jeans, a casual shirt, and then I'm wearing a sports jacket with it. So quite a versatile boot. So there you go. Let's go into the summary. What have I found out this week? Well, I was surprised by the shell cordovan. I'm also loving the way the shell cordovan rolls, not creases. Three things I've discovered. One is shell cordovan, when new, at least, is very waxy, and the wax will come to the surface as you wear it. And you do have to brush it a lot when you wear it. Two is the pencil trick. I saw this on Shelvage, I think on his channel. And apparently what you do is you put a pencil and you train your boot to crease where you want, or to roll where you want that roll to form. You sort of basically put a pencil there when the boot's on your foot, and you just flex it. And true enough, you can see where the roll has occurred, where I put the pencil, and it hasn't crisscrossed or anything like that if you are not careful. Didn't think that would work, but it has. The other thing is, Phil from Ashland Leather always talks about a sugary break. And I have no idea what that meant. But now I do, because even though shell cordovan rolls rather than creases, I mean, look at the creases on that thing. Even though shell cordovan creases, inside the crease, and you can see that waxiness there, inside the crease are some very fine crystalline lines. I wouldn't even call them creases inside that roll. So I think that's what Phil means by a sugary break. It's a little crystalline break across the vap where in the valleys of the roll. So things I discovered about that. Things I knew about the Knicks: super strong boot, super protective, going on an orienteering hike. Didn't even know they were there, super protected. And the Blunnies, what I discovered, yeah, you do have to break these in. Who knew? There you go. I hope you enjoyed the report on week 8. Stay tuned because next week is week 9. I'm going to change these up and have a different pair of boots. And I've decided maybe no more than 3 or 4 pairs during the week is probably the correct number, just to get the right feeling and break in and kind of wear in them. So keep your eyes out. Otherwise, I hope you like this video. And if you do, you know what to do down there. And subscribe if you're not subscribed. So as we head into the spring, I hope you guys look after yourselves out there, and I'll see you back next week.